All right, it is that time once again. What's up, everybody? Ben Rasa, Eric Lindquist here for OddsShopper. The John Deere Classic is upon us. The Open Championship is also sort of upon us. We'll get there in a couple weeks, but in the meantime, we are going to try to make some money in these weak fields. A lot of opportunity to take some of the up-and-comers on tour, some of the guys that realistically, week in and week out, don't have a great shot to win tournaments, and we're going to do just that. But, of course, we would have to get to the easy free money before we dive into our plays here. And we can do that with BetMGM, who is powering this show. They have a fantastic offer. If you're a new user or you're a bettor and you're looking to make a couple $100 for free, listen up. Go to BetMGM. Use the link in the description of this video or the promo code OSPGA. Easy enough. Sign up, deposit 10 or more dollars. Bet $10 on any baseball game. Even if you don't like baseball, just do it. Bet $10 on any baseball game. Boom, win or lose, they give you $200. You take that money, you can do whatever you want with it. It is that simple. Bet MGM. Thanks again for that. A couple free $100. I could use that when you see my card here. Do you like these weird fields when we have really weak competition, or do you prefer like major types?
Oh, hold your tongue. I mean, this is the major of Iowa and Illinois, the
Oh,
Quad Cities. I grew up in
you
South
and Zach
Dakota.
Johnson? Good
Went
stuff.
to school at Iowa State. Zach Johnson would use our practice facility, the Harvester. What's up? Shout out my alma mater, of course. But those were a lot of fun days. I enjoyed them. I went down to this golf course. I don't know how many times to go see this event. I've played it at least a dozen times. You're talking about a major championship in my heart.
Smart. You and Jamal Tinsley can enjoy this. For the
Marcus
rest of us,
Pfizer season.
Marcus Pfizer. Yeah, good job. That's a video for another time when they lost as a 2 seed. And I cried
my
in school
God.
because of that. I love that team. Anyway, we've got 3 picks here. I'm going to dive in first. I talked yesterday, my full card, putting for dough. A lot of opportunities, I think, to take some shots. And I did with guys like Cam Davis and some of those others. But Patrick Rodgers, to me, I can't even call him the favorites because that's ridiculous. I think that 33-1 is reasonable for a guy that has shown at this tournament and just in general, he's playing pretty good golf. He's been very close on the PGA Tour several times. He can be really, really dangerous at times with that putter, and certainly the off the tee game is where the strength can be. And we look at his form, he's made 6 of 7 cuts. He's coming off a 31st at the US Open. He gained 7 strokes putting in Canada. These are the things that I like to see. And again, he comes to an event where we have seen some success for him. So I look at this, he's played it a bunch of times, runner-up in 2017. Does it look perfect? Well, obviously not. But at 33-1, I'm okay putting him on the card and saying, okay, of the quote-unquote top-end guys, that is a pretty good price this week.
Yeah, for people who don't understand, this golf course is going to go low. You're going to go low out here. And I'm going to want to get some of these guys who can just make a ton of putts. His around the green game hasn't even been that sharp. I don't think we're going to see that be just like a colossal issue here around TPC Deere runs. So I'm looking at him. Strokes gained approach. I mean, off the tee game has been awesome, even if that's pretty negligible on this track. Feel pretty good about him. I do not mind that play. I like it for DFS purposes, and that number 33-1 looks really, really nice. We're going to get unique with my first play. JT Poston, there are some 55-1s lingering around if you want to bet him in the outright market, but I found this number, and this is what's really fun about BetMGM and some of these other formats where you get some unique combinations, unique 5-man, 4-man combinations. We call them 3 balls in a lot of spots. Well, there's a couple more guys in this group, and Poston being thrown in with the likes of Steve Stricker, who is kind of my boy, has great tournament history, won this 3 in a row from 09 to 2011, right before I got to school there, or while I was there in school, excuse me. And then having the opportunity to see some of these other pieces that I just don't really believe in as it stands right now. This tournament group matchup is Streelman, Stricker, Huh, and Svensson. And JT Poston, not just because of the second at the Travelers last week. This isn't some recency bias thing. I recommended him at the Travelers last week. He was a guy that I was on. I know, shout out producer Tyler, made a nice buck in the DFS streets with the help of JT Poston. And that ridiculous spiked approach game and putting game, that is the cheat code. That is what you're looking to do here at TPC Deere Run. I see 2.1 strokes gained approach his last 5 tournaments. He's gotten those irons just flipped in short order here in the last 6 months or so. And the putter, he's always been a spike putter type guy. only negative in 2 of his last 8 events in that category. I feel pretty good about JT Poston, adding him to the card. So not sure what you think about him compared to some of those other pieces there, but getting better than 3-1 to it, I'm willing to find out.
Yeah, I don't bet a lot of group betting, to be honest, but I do look at this, and his name did stand out. And you mentioned some of the metrics. Really good with the irons, always dangerous with the putter. The other thing I like about him, he's been erratic. He's got 3 top 10s in his last 7 starts, and he's peppered that around some missed cuts and whatnot. When you're betting a group, you know that if your guy comes in 58th, missed the cut, 33rd, you're not going to be cashing this. He's not going to beat all 5 guys like that. You need a good top-end finish, and JT Poston, even with the erratic form, has been providing that. You want to go north of 3-1. I'm okay with that. Of those 5, I do think he should be the favorite, and you see basically flat odds across the board of the 5. So count me in there. Here we go. It's a staple of all videos that you do. Whether we're doing golf or other sports, you still work this guy into the video somehow. And I, because of you, jumped on him last week at the Travelers, and I was very impressed. This guy's got a lot of talent. Of course, I'm talking about your boy, Chris Gotterup. You got him in the top 10 market at over 7-1 here. This seems like a field that he honestly could compete in.
Yeah, this is now a number for a top 20 that you were getting for a top 40 last week. He cashed those tickets, kind of sitting in this same ballpark, but the difference, the field got exponentially worse in like every sense of the word. And this is the kind of golf course where I really do think Chris Gotterup can just go bonkers. You get some easy par 5s, you get some strokes gain approach. He gets done playing college golf at an elite level at Rutgers, followed up by 1 year at Oklahoma here. And we've just seen him go low in a number of these college tournaments. That is kind of going to be what TPC Deere Run reminds me of. It does remind me of all the days of playing back in college and just having an easier golf course setup where 20 plus under needs to kind of be the number. But even still, to cash a top 20 here, 15 under or better, like we're really looking at an emerging stud here. Made 3 of his 4 cuts on tour now this season. Has a 7th in Puerto Rico, which just bodes well for this kind of a week because the field in Puerto Rico going to comp this in a lot of ways. 7th there earlier. We're talking about a guy with elite talent who can get himself in the mix. We're starting to see amateurs, whether it's Thorbornson or this guy, guys who are just coming in ready to play golf immediately post-college. Thigala, of course, getting himself in the mix as well. These are the guys that I've been very, very high on. I'm going to continue pushing it there. Yeah, plus 750. I wish I was getting a little bit better number on him because it is still just kind of getting his sea legs. But 3 or 4 cuts made. Top 20 is more than live for him at 7.5-1. Lock it up.
This is top 10, just for the record.
Top 10. Sorry, top 10.
Certainly the top 20 is in play. You're getting around 3-1 there in that market. But Gotterup has shown just tee to green is always, I'm not going to say always been there because I've seen this guy for about 10 minutes, but it seems like he's an aggressive driver of the ball. He was positive with the putter at Travelers. I think that's very encouraging. And I think the obvious, not to say other guys in the field aren't trying. That's not what I'm saying. But these are big starts for a guy looking to make an impact. When you get into a field like this and you don't have Rahm and Rory and JT at the top, it is wide open for somebody to be a first-time winner. Am I saying it's Gotterup? No, but I do think that he's one of many names that could find himself on the mix on the weekend. He should breeze through this cut if he's able to dismantle this course, and I think that he will. So you've got some names here. Obviously, if you want more, we've got it on this channel. Make sure to like and subscribe. We have crossed 10,000 subs thanks to you, and we're not even in college football and NFL season, but we've got a lot to do in the summer. Stay tuned for Eric. You've been doing a ton of baseball content on this very channel. Of course, we will have that. We'll have even more PGA. Any final thoughts before we duck on out of here with the John Deere Classic?
Yeah, I'm already imagining ways that I can link Chris Gotterup references into my NFL analysis. So looking forward to that in September. It's coming up soon here. Take advantage of all these promos, though. If there's one thing we can tell you to do to guarantee a profit this week, taking advantage of this $10 offer over at BetMGM every single time. Like that is the easiest way you can help yourself this second to be a profitable bettor this week.
That is true. That one will win. The Gotterup and Patrick Rodgers of the world is more debatable. But until next week, friends, thanks again for hopping in. Good luck this week. Enjoy the John Deere Classic and stay tuned for even more content each and every day.